Hi everyone, I'm Angela Dacey from Heaven and Earth, and welcome to my first video newsletter. I was realizing that I was getting tons of newsletters into my inbox, and many of them were long things to read. And I'm sure you have the exact same feeling sometimes. You want to keep up to date with people and what they're doing, but you don't want to spend time reading what's happening. So I thought it would be more fun to do video blogs. Plus, I also thought to myself that videos to me are just a better way for me to connect with you. A lot of you don't know me personally, and you've hooked up to the newsletter and you get the information, which is fantastic, and thank you. But now you get a chance to see me and who I am. So every month I'm going to do a little blip like this, and as always, I'll tell you great stories, or I maybe recommend an amazing book or somebody I really believe in. But now you can do it quickly in a couple of minutes instead of feeling like you have to read lots in my newsletter. So that being said, I haven't sent anything out for a while. I've had a lot of changes happening and a lot going on, and I'm pleased to say I'm really excited about what's to come. Many of you who have known me for years, I've had my company for 15 years now, almost 16 actually, in June, wow. I've always had lots of great changes, and I love change. I embrace it. So now the cool thing is that I'm going to be moving more to an online presence such as this, and I'm still going to be, doing the work I do to detox your thoughts and to help you to guarantee happiness. But now I want to focus back on one of my passions, which is color. And I love color. And anybody who knows me knows I do everything with color. I read with color. I see people. I analyze personalities with color. You name it, color is number one for me. This is why I had to be in this great little room with this amazing background, if you can see, just filled with color. It's kind of cool. It's at our public library in the kids section. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot more online courses. The training now is now going into the corporate market, and I'm now taking my personality course to the corporate market, and I'll be doing more speaking engagements and a whole lot more. I'm even writing that book, which is actually being written, everybody, so I'm very excited. So that all being said, that's great. I wanted to talk to you today, though, about just a little something about gratitude. And I know we hear about gratitude a lot, and we hear about having that attitude of gratitude, as Oprah likes to say. But I want to tell you a really cool story. Just this past month, my husband and I both celebrated a birthday, and we went to Las Vegas, which was a blast. We had tons of fun. And although we were there and we enjoyed all the sights and the people watching, and we went to the Grand Canyon, and we went to Old Vegas, and we did lots, I have to tell you one thing that really stuck out to me, which was actually the manager at the hotel that we stayed at, called the Cosmopolitan. Now, we stayed our 5 days, and at the end of 5 days, my husband flew home, and I actually went to San Jose. I went to San Francisco to tour around by myself. That was my birthday present to me. And then I ended up going to San Jose for a 4-day conference with the amazing Brendan Burchard, who I love. But anyway, so that's what I did. Now, on the way home, I had a flight from San Jose to Phoenix, but my flight from Phoenix to Las Vegas was an hour late, and I was supposed to hop on a WestJet flight from Las Vegas to Toronto to get home. So because that flight was late, I missed my flight to get into Vegas to go to Toronto, and now I had to wait another 12 hours for another flight. Now, I had gotten up at 3 o'clock in the morning, gotten to the airport. By this point, I was exhausted. I had 5 days in Vegas, a full day in San Francisco, and I actually had a 4-day conference plus an extra day I stayed to work. So I had a lot of days that I was really busy, and I was tired, beyond tired. So exhausted, you have no idea. But I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to level up, as Brendan Burchard says, and I went to Vegas and thought I'll just enjoy the day to myself. So I went out for lunch in my favorite place called the Paris, and had a fantastic gluten-free meal because I'm wheat-free. Oh my God, it was amazing. But I kept on getting more and more drained and more and more drained. And if anyone's been to Vegas, you know there's really no place to sit down. They don't want you to sit. They want you in the casino. So I was walking, and then I thought, okay, I'm either going to pass out or be sick. I was so tired. So I asked my angels, okay, angels, show me what I need to do. And loud and clear, I thought, I got to go back to the hotel. So I went back to the hotel, who was nice enough to keep my bags for me, since the airport doesn't do that anymore, which was one nice gesture. And I waited in line to see if I could get a room just for 4 hours, just to sleep before I went back at 8 o'clock, because I needed to take the 11:30 flight home, the red eye. Anyway, I ended up in line, and the girl there that was helping everybody said, "No, I'm sorry, we don't rent rooms on an hourly basis." And at this point I said, "Look, you're going to have to rent me a room. I need to speak to somebody." So the manager came over, and as soon as he came over, I felt such a relief that somebody was going to hear me. I started to cry, and I couldn't help it. I was beyond exhaustion, and I'm sure many of you understand that place. He said to me right away, which was so sweet, he's like, "Let me get you a spa treatment. Come, I'll treat you." And I said, "Really? I just want to sleep for 4 hours. That's all I need. I just need a bed. Please. I was here last week. I have a small amount of money. I can't pay you a full day's thing, but I have a small amount left. I'll give you this if you can help me." Right away, he took me over to one of the men who was doing reservations and told him to get me something or other, and said, "I'll take care of you, no problem." Well, the relief I felt was incredible, because I knew I could just rest and be horizontal. That being said, I felt so grateful at that point. Then I got my key to the room, and I went upstairs. And this wasn't any room that you would find in a regular hotel. This had to be like $1,000 or more suite. It was stunning. It had 2 bathrooms, it had a laundry room, a full kitchen, a fantastic bedroom, and it had a balcony looking out to the fountains at the Bellagio Hotel, which are spectacular. If anyone's ever been, you know what I'm talking about. So I thought my room was nice that I have with my husband. This was like a princess. He treated me so well. He could have just given me a simple bedroom with a bed. I didn't care. I just wanted to sleep. But he treated me like a princess. And I have to say thank you so much, Bill, to the manager. I went into that room and I just bawled. I cried and cried and cried. And I'm sure part of that was the exhaustion, but really I felt so grateful. Just the amount of gratitude I felt for somebody to open up their heart and understand where I was to help me at that time that was so critical in my life was incredible. So I didn't get the joy of enjoying the whole suite, but I did love it. But I slept for the majority of the time, and then that helped me go for another 16 hours. That's how long it took before I was back home in my bed to fall asleep. So that little 3 to 4 hour window that I got to just crash in one of those beautiful big comfy beds was enough to help me go for another 16 hours. So just a story like that. Here I am thinking of Vegas, and everybody says, "How was it? Was it great? What'd you think?" And one of the number one things I think now is that the Cosmopolitan Hotel treated me like royalty. And I just want to say that that's really, really important. So I thought it was important to tell you, with that little attitude of gratitude, that sometimes it's the small little things. To us it seems small, but to someone else it's massive. That makes a world of difference in their life. So for this month, I just wanted you to remember to have that attitude of gratitude and do something small for someone, because it could completely change. It can completely change their outlook on life. It may have brought them to a place of greater strength. That support might be exactly what they need at that moment in time, and you can provide it for them. So that's my little message for today. Keep in touch. If you like what I've said, please forward it to your friends, and down below you'll see my website. Click on that and tell them to opt into the newsletter, because before long there's going to be even better things coming your way, but this way they can get a little video blog update tip every single time. So I just wanted to leave that with you. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic April. The color of the month is violet. And go to YouTube. Tons and tons and tons of new videos on YouTube to learn more about color therapy. I opened up the Color Personality channel and the Decorate with Purpose channel with my shows from Rogers, In the Know, and Daytime. So go check those out as well. Don't forget to tell your friends to opt in and be part of my newsletter group, and I will look forward to seeing you next month. Until then, live life colorfully, and I'm Angela Dacey.